diplomacy and governance, or whether we're talking about business, it's the same. Strategy and tactics matter. Pay attention to what's going on. If you're going to rely on foreign media or business media to inform you as to what in the world is going on, as some would say, you're lost. They are pushing agendas and propaganda all day. Take a step back and pay attention. You see the bigger picture. Right now, so-called China, it's darn near mutiny over there now. He knew it was serious. Remember about over Earth a year ago, give or take, we saw the report. They canceled their 5th and 6th aircraft carrier construction. As fast as so-called China is building up their navy, they want to dominate the whole southeast region over there. And they would like to build up a navy to make it work. They didn't just build 4 aircraft carriers or have them on the ship's ways or in sea trials. They were looking to build a 5th and a 6th one, and they canceled them. Because when you're at 60 trillion in debt, there's going to be consequences. And in this instance, they canceled not 1, 2 aircraft carriers. But they also built or are building 10 destroyers. They're looking to dominate the area. And when you got 6 trillion in gold, if you would, and materials and products going in and out of those waters, having a massive navy there could challenge a whole lot of folks in that particular area. You can impact the global economy by default. But 60 trillion in the hole has slowed down particular realities that they were hoping to make. What does that actually mean? And why does the Amexem-Empire care? Look at what's happening to the so-called silver price. Again, that is our central focus. I don't care what's going on across the planet. We look at everything through one particular lens. How is this going to impact the silver price? Because silver is tied back to inflation. And since the bulk of what we have in terms of substance is silver, not platinum or gold, the international buying power of silver matters to us. So we got to pay attention. But looking at what's going on, we got darn near mutiny all throughout so-called China. 60 trillion in the hole. So-called Chinese trading partners in so-called Europe, there's issues. These things trickle all across the mother continent by default, because a large chunk of the mother continent is holding on to the CFA from the Paris Club for dear life, and they won't let it go. Again, so-called France has no gold mines, and she's loaded with gold that she has basically stolen from the mother continent or bullied off the mother continent. And what they didn't steal or bully ended up in Londinium, because they bullied and stole too. We're here to finish the work that Marcus-Garvey started, and bridge it with Nkrumah's work, and Senghor's work, and Kenyatta's work, and so many others. We're here to get things done in the Central and South Amexem, to get our folks back on their feet. Here in the North Amexem, getting our folks to unlearn the crazy is a serious order. It's a serious issue. Getting our folks to say, look, all right, we really messed up. Getting our folks to say, all right, we got to find a way to stop this. Our folks over here have access to the resources, and the foreign exchange rates are very much in our kith and kindred's favor all across the planet. All they want to do is sport and play. And there are consequences to that. They look at the work that we do and they're confused. They look at our language and they're confused. We explain. You explain. We explain. Conversation after conversation with folks. And all they want to do is tie back everything that we say to fit it into a box. A box that has on it how I make that work with the colonizing hostiles. Or how I fit that into my religious box. Or both those boxes at the same time. What do you mean you're a Moor? Doesn't that term come from the quote-unquote Greeks and the Romans? And when you explain to them, that term is over 100,000 years in existence. What are you talking about? 100,000 Earth years? What does that even mean? The calendar year is 2022 Roman calendar. How far back does mitochondrial DNA go for Homo sapiens sapien? It's definitely longer than 2002 on a Roman calendar. Our folks don't think beyond 20 minutes, and there's consequences to that. We still got to do our work. However, we are not in the convincing business. We will lay it out for them. They can do their own homework. No one did ours, and we won't be doing anybody else's. At the same time, though, the work that we do is for them. We just cannot make them participate. They're going to be forced to eventually, but not by us. Circumstances, logic, and reason are going to force them to either go down with the colonizing hostiles and the melanated puppets across the planet, or figure it out. You let Londonium and Paris have all that gold out of your soil on the mother continent. You have all of the way that is basically corrupt, so-called leaders. And over here, they're just brain dead because they choose to be. And we're looking to do what we can to get them on the right track. Our folks in Central and South Amexem are going through it too. Our family in Harappa, called Dalits or Dalits, are catching it too. And we have the ability to resolve all of the crazy here in North Central and South Amexem, Alkebu-lan and Ab.Zu, and Harappa. We can get it done. Let me have a few thousand pounds of gold out of the ground and some diamonds out of the ground in Sector 4 so I can clean this mess up. I know folks laugh when they saw, all right, so you built a couple of stores on the other side of the ocean, and the stores look kind of dilapidated in the eyes of many because we had to use concrete. Why? Because I couldn't afford to build a store on this side of the ocean, so we built one on the other side. Again, exchange rates are very much in our favor. If 1.6 million folks, which is 1% of the mother continent's population, were to patronize, as you would say, or come into our stores over there, the stores would be doing very well. That's 1%. Our folks over here, they don't see particular things. We'll keep showing them. We'll keep doing the work. We have to. We got to finish what Marcus-Garvey started. We have to. On my watch, we're going to.